Alright, hello everyone, it's Joseph here, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am going to be teaching you guys how we can install the new EUP updates 9.3 and 1.5. So 9.3 is going to be for Law and Order, and 1.5 is going to be for Serve and Rescue. Okay, I'm also going to be teaching you guys how we can install EUP Badges and also a EUP Backup Configuration modification that I made. Alright, you're also going to need, preferably, optionally, this is optional, but you're going to prefer to want to have EUP Menu for easier uniform navigation, and the police canine dog so you can have the vest if you choose to have that, but it is optional, okay? So firstly, we are going to be opening up OpenIV. And the first thing that you're going to want to do is create a mods folder, okay? So once you have created a mods folder, you can double click EUP 9.3. Now, for some reason, when Alex Astro, the creator of EUP, uploaded the 9.3 OIV, he accidentally has it set to 8.3. But he did mention that 8.3 is actually meant to be 9.3. Alright, so install 9.3, ignore 8.3, it's meant to be 9.3, okay? Don't get confused, guys. So once you click the OIV file, it should automatically install, okay? In this tutorial, we're not going to install any custom EUP add-ons or anything like that. This is strictly just going to be the vanilla EUP. Alright, so in the future tutorial, if you guys want to suggest it, I may do a EUP add-on tutorial so you guys can have custom duty belts, radios, body cameras, maybe vests as well if you want to see that. But this is strictly going to be just the vanilla EUP, so you guys can get the ball rolling of the new EUP updates. Alright. So next up, you're going to want to go to Serve and Rescue 1.5. You're going to also install that to your mods folder, okay? As you can see here, it still says 1.4, but it's actually meant to be 1.5, okay? So don't mind that. Next up, you're going to want to install EUP Badges, okay? This is highly recommended. It's optional, but if you want to flash your badge on patrol in LSPDFR, you can have the extra badges. Off of the top of my head, it's the LSPD, LSSD, BCSO, the Pearl PD, Rockford Hills PD, FIB, and I think maybe San Andreas High Patrol, and a few more, mostly. But that's roughly all about it, from what I can remember, but I'm pretty sure there's a few more. Alright, so we've finished installing all the EUP content. So now, next I'm going to want to go to the LSPDFR download. Now, as I have said, on the download page, you cannot have any other EUP backup configurations installed on top of my mod because that will lead to conflictions. So it's recommended to install this to a vanilla folder, okay? So we can go to LSPDFR 049. Alright, so let's go to where GTA 5 is installed to. Let's find that and open up the LSPDFR data folder. Alright, so for me, I use Steam, so I'm going to go to Program Files x86. And then I'm going to scroll down to where I see Steam, Steam Apps, and then Common, and then of course GTA 5. Now you may have one folder only. That's totally normal, okay? But for me, I also have a clean copy of GTA 5, so I can switch back and forth between my modded copy and my GTA Online copy. So Steam only reads your GTA 5 folder called Grand Theft Auto 5. So if you want to rename your second folder, you would have to do that every time if you wanted to swap back and forth. But that's how I'm able to have two different folders that don't conflict with one another if you didn't know how to do that. So all you would have to do is just copy and paste your clean vanilla folder and rename that to GTA Online or Extra or Vanilla, whichever you want to call it. It doesn't matter. So once you're in your GTA 5 folder, go to LSPDFR and Data, okay? Go to the same thing here in your LSPDFR download. Alright, now you can copy and replace everything from this download folder into your game folder. Because sometimes for backup configurations, people do replace these specific folders, okay? And I do have custom stations in my mod. I do have custom backup jurisdiction settings. So it's very important that you guys do replace this as well. Alright, so next up, we can install Ultimate Backup, the original Ultimate Backup, okay? So we can go to Ultimate Backup, and then we can go to the GTA 5 directory. Now, if you don't have Rage Native UI, always download and check for the latest version, okay? Because Rage Native UI is a prerequisite for Ultimate Backup. So if you don't have it, download it or update it. So as you can see, if I go to GTA 5 here, I scroll down to Rage Native UI, there it is right there. Also have in the XML as well for that. As you can see, it's still the same date, so I don't need to change that. But if yours is out of date, you would need to update that as well. So we can go to Plugins, LSPDFR, and then here we have a few folders. We have Police Smart Radio, Ultimate Backup, and Vocal Dispatch. These two, Police Smart Radio and Vocal Dispatch, are obsolete and are optional, but I use Stop the Ped and Grammar Police over those two mods. But it's just personal preference. So for me, you have to drag and drop the DLL and INI of Ultimate Backup into your game directory. You are going to need that. And also the Ultimate Backup folder. Okay, so again, if you have or use Police Smart Radio and or Vocal Dispatch, you can have those in. So if you want to call for a unit or use the radio, you'll have them for your backup, but it's optional. Alright, now we can go to San Andreas Ultimate Backup EUP, the complete edition. The latest version is 1.5. So same thing here. Now you're going to need to choose a folder. I have the original and the BCSO vintage version. So pick your fancy, and then in here you're going to want to pick, okay, do you want to play in sunny weather? If you do, choose normal. If you want to play in rain, choose rain, and if you want to play in snow, choose snow. I am going to install the snow folder. Alright, so go to Plugins, LSPDFR, and Ultimate Backup from the folder we just placed in there. And then we can drag and drop these three files into here. You're going to want to click OK. If your antivirus software pops up, it's a false positive, as LSPDFR is. So go to next up, you're going to want to go back in here. Let's open up another folder here. Let's go back to our downloads folder actually. We can go to EUP Menu next. Like I said, this is optional, so if you don't want to use this, you don't have to. Again, make sure Rage Native UI is updated. Put EUP Menu into your GTA 5 plugins folder there. Alright. So if you're installing it for the first time, or if you're updating it, the settings file is going to generate whenever you load the game, okay? But I already had it, so I won't need to worry about that. So next up is going to be, we're going to go back into Ultimate Backup here. We're going to go into the EUP Configurations. and then drag and drop these two files from the EUP folder into EUP. As you can see here, I do have two other files called settings and characters. I had EUP Menu previously as I was using this, so just drag and drop preset outfits INI and wardrobe INI into your folder there. And then you're done with that for now. You can go back into GTA 5, LSPDFR data. Alright, so again, you need to install this to a clean vanilla folder, as we have showed you guys earlier how to do that, as we did it together. Alright, so next up, drag and drop all 10 files, well 9 files and the one folder into your data folder here. Replace anything if it says so, of course. And now in here, you can go to custom. As you can see, we have HC EUP, which is what weather variations are set, what outfits are available to be selected in the duty selection menu, what outfits are set to respond as backup and as ambient, all of that stuff. This is what you control on there. These XML files here, the outfits, are just what you configure for those specific files. So those are self-explanatory. So inventory is just your weapons loadout section, which you can change. Duty selection, this is what you can load into the duty selection menu. If you want to add in more custom departments, you can do that. The backup XML is the regions for the specific jurisdictions that I use, so you have to replace those as well. Alright, so every time you want to change between normal, rain, and snow for the ambient and default backup menu units, you have to swap them out each time, okay? But for ultimate backup, you don't have to do that. They change automatically when the weather changes, okay? So you don't need to worry about that for ultimate backup. So apart from that, we have completed mostly everything now. We just have to install Cayo Perico if you guys want to spawn on the island. Okay, so go to Cayo Perico. Make sure Rage Native UI and BDB is also in your game as well. Make sure that those are. Rage Native UI. Rage Native UI. We don't have the BDB file, so we can put that into our game here. Okay. So you can put that into your game there. We can go to plugins and the GTA 5 folder. Okay. And then we can drag and drop these 5 files into your game directory. Right there. Sorry, into the plugins folder, that's your directory. So if you want to, you can keep in the README, but it's optional. I don't use it. So apart from that, the last thing we are going to be installing is the Police Canine. So in OpenIV, you're going to want to go to your mods folder, x64e RPF models, CD images, streamed PES AC, and in here you can replace the files from Shepherd. Okay, so let's go into, if I can find it, Shepherd. Alright, so let's see here. So the first vest is going to be police, the second vest is going to be sheriff, the third vest is going to be rescue, and the fourth vest is going to be security. Okay, so I'll show you guys how to change those settings here, and then we'll jump in the game to get a quick preview of what we installed. Okay, so for now, I believe we have done everything EUP related and all the prerequisites. Let's see. No, I think we are missing one. We are missing one, and that is stop the PED. So you need to also stop the PED so you can have the option to call for backup, for a prisoner backup, prisoner transport backup, tow trucks, coroner, etc., etc. Additionally, you can use plugins such as Vocal Dispatch or Grammar Police if you want to call them verbally. Alright, but for the sake of Ultimate Backup, we are going to be also installing Stop the Pad as well. So let's go download that, install it to our game, and then edit the XMLs for our Ultimate Backup and the agency EUP file. Alright, so once you have finished downloading Stop the Pad, you can extract it to your folder here. Yeah, that's the one thing I forgot. Sorry about that, guys. So again, you're going to need Rage Native UI. Make sure you have the latest version of that. In your GTA5 folder, go to Plugins, LSPDFR. Again, if you use Police Smart Radio, drag and drop that folder as well. If you use Vocal Dispatch, drag and drop that folder as well. I don't use Police Smart Radio or Vocal Dispatch, so I'm not going to include those in my game, so I can delete those. But if you have it, keep it in your game so you can use it. So apart from that, we should be good to go now. Everything is downloaded and installed, which is awesome. So we can go to, firstly, if I can find it, Ultimate Backup INI. So the default backup menu key on default is B. So you can change this to M. I use the Ultimate Backup menu key binding for M. M as in Mary. So you can change that to M or whichever you like. Make sure it doesn't conflict with anything. As you can see here, there are other key bindings to dismiss all backup key as Enter. And then also interact with your Canine partner is going to be T. Group backup is going to be R control plus numpad 1. Panic button is going to be right control key plus numpad 0. You can change all of these, but I'm going to keep it how it is. Okay. And then let's go to Stop the Pad as well, so we know what key it is to open up the menu. So Stop the Pad and to interact with the pad is you have to press the letter E twice, E as in Edward, to change that twice there where it says Stop the Pad key. If you want to open up the menu, the context menu I was telling you guys about, you can go to here, change it from George, or rename it to whatever you like. If you want to point a gun at a suspect to make them a pursuit target, you can press T as in Tom. Quick grab key is L control plus T. Alright, speed boost key is Enter, tackle key is back. Let's see what else. Search key is F10. Call transport key is number pad 8. Alright, so this is going to be the one that's above your O key and P key. Ocean and Paul, okay? This isn't going to be your numpad on the right side of the keyboard. This is going to be the one on top of your keyboard below the F keys. Alright, so that is a bit confusing, but that is the key there. So that's pretty much it. You can change the percentages of what you like and whatnot, but I'm going to leave all of that on default. Alright, so let's go to Ultimate Backup before we jump into the game. We can go to default regions. Okay, there is 50 units and agencies to choose from, so I recommend digging into these files and customizing them to your liking. Changing your car slots that you use. I do have a reference XML. So in here, I'm going to change all Santos County Sheriff's cars to use North Yankton slots because I don't use North Yankton. Okay, so we can go to place old one. You can change this to any add-on cars as well too. If you use add-on cars, you can also change that to them. Alright, so you can do this here. Okay, now additionally, you can search for specific car names. So I'm going to search for Sheriff. Okay, I'm going to go to Los Santos County. I'm just going to copy and paste these so I won't need to go through them again. If you press Alt Control F, you can easily go through and search for what you are looking for. Okay, so that is the easiest way to cycle through these. If you don't want to scroll, you can instead just search for the term, copy and paste that as well. I think that's all about it for that. Now, corner is the speed event. So we can, whoops, hold on. So we can also type in speedo, S-P-E-D-O, speedo. So I have a custom add-on car that's named Corner. So we can change it to that, rename it what you like. I'm going to set the color to black, as the vehicle does have an original black livery on it as well. I think that's also all about it. So you can close out that. Next up is going to be, let's take a look outside the agency EUP file. Now that you guys know how to edit your Ultimate Backup XML files, let's see how to edit the agency EUP folder. So this is going to be for ambient cars and also your default backup menu units. So again, I'm going to use place old 1 and 2 for the Los Santos County Sheriff's Department, because that is the car setup that I use for my game. You change it to what you want yours to be. I change it for the patrol section, the Canine section, transport units, all of that. Okay, so apart from that, that should be good to go there. Alright, so now that you guys know how to read and edit your XMLs to change your car slot, we can now go into the game, load our plugins, and see what we have installed to our game. I'm sorry if this tutorial was a bit long. I have been reinstalling EUP, as I have done so after a new EUP update, and I did finish finally Syndro's Ultimate Backup EUP, the complete edition 5.1. So I'm going to be making my personal edits to my modification. I do use different car slots than what I did set it up to be, so I'm going to be taking the time to change those after this video. But for the sake of this tutorial, I just wanted to show you guys how to install those as well, because some of you may not have known how to do it, and that's okay. So that's what we're here for. So before Rage Plugin Hook loads, you can click the gear icon, the gray icon gear, and we're going to load in some things. Firstly, make sure your plugin timeout threshold is 60,000. Okay, that gives your game up to a minute or two to, that's in milliseconds by the way, to properly load your plugins in a certain amount of time. Okay, so if you want to play on Cayo Perico, make sure this is selected, but do not load North Yankton and Cayo Perico at the same time, because that will lead to crash issues. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Only load what you want to play on for the map. But apart from that, we should be good to go. These are all of my other plugins: a back weapon, body cam, custom pullover, dash cam, 5, disarm, EUP menu of course, code my gun, LSPDFR response, obviously, more license plates, overlay away, spike ships 5, spotlight, and sticky wheels. So let's load up the game. Let's see what we've installed to our game for a quick little preview. And let's get on to GTA 5 with LSPDFR, Santos Police Department First Response. Alright, so once you have loaded up into LSPDFR, you can go to the pause menu if you have spawned as one of the protagonists after replacing your data folder files, and go into the pause menu. In the LSPDFR section, go to change character, and that way your custom character will spawn. So once you have your custom character loaded in, you can go to the station, any station, and go on duty. So this is going to be a quick little preview of the duty selection menu. Alright, so here is the new State Parks jacket, the snow jacket from 9.3 Law and Order. And here is the second lifeguard jacket for the state parks. Alright. So let's see what else. So we have Class A, B, and C. We have the polos, we have the Canine uniforms. We do have the jackets. We got plenty of departments in here. We got LSPD, LSSD, PCSO, SAHP, FIB, DOA, IAA. Let's see what else we got. We got SASP, State Parks, of course. USAF, the Military Police. We got LSIA, Los Santos International Airport Police. Class A, B, and C, and the polos. We got Rockford Hills Police Department. The Pro PD, LSPD, LSSD, SHP, Northampton State Patrol. Alright, so here's the second jacket there. We got Noose, National Office of Security Enforcement. Got an SDP in there. Got TRU, PIA, Border Patrol, PIA. Got all that stuff in there. Got FIB, IAA, DOA, State Prison Authority. We have some of those outfits in here as well. Los Angeles Port Police. And then now we got the EMS and fire uniforms. We got snow and rain, of course. We got the bunker gear with the bunker pants. Got the option for the turnouts as well. If I can go back. On to the next one. Same thing again with the Los Angeles County Fire Department and then Blythe County Fire Department. So now we can go to Extended Dress Medical Services. We can have the polos class A, B, and C and there as well. And then now we can go to the actual fire section of the uniforms. So we can have the SCBA, we can have the turnouts as well, and we can have the tees and the bunker pants in there as well. So we got all of those. So that's pretty much it. Of course, we got Blythe County Sheriff's Office in there as well. So just wanted to give you guys a quick little preview of what the duty selection menu is like. Alright, and for the vintage Blythe County Sheriff's Office, there's going to be more uniforms in this section, but we are on the default folder, so we don't have all those extra uniforms in the duty selection menu. But they're there in the BCSO vintage configuration folder, which is optional. Alright, so that's pretty much it. I just wanted to give you guys a quick little preview of what's in here so you guys know what to expect. Alright, so once you have selected your departments and have browsed through all the files, you can go to the exit. I don't know why you just spawn down here at the beaver station. I don't know why. It's always been like that. How you just warp. So yeah, so this is the Blythe County Sheriff's Office new jacket from 9.3 Law and Order. So I just wanted to show you guys the duty selection uniforms. Now EUP menu is all the same thing. It's just a different option to choose from to create a character and select your uniforms. Alright, so we do have 279 female uniforms, and then we do have about, let's go to the male character here, 288 male uniforms, excluding Go Postal, Post OP, Public Worker, Mechanic, Overalls. I'm sorry, coveralls, not overalls. Janitor, waste collection, but apart from those, I did change everything else. Mayweather, we got those in there too. Group basic security, parking enforcement, uniforms if you want those. Lifeguards, United States Coast Guard, we got Coast Guard SWAT in there. Of course, all of the fire departments and EMS uniforms. Let me show you guys the new stuff. Let me see if I can find it. So here is the San Andreas Stand and Fire, the new Wildlands uniform here. And then we got the option with the SCBA. Now this is going to be on default. The SCBA is going to be the option on default, of course. Then we have the United States Marshals Service there. I do have the gold and white color for the windbreakers as well. And then here again is the North Yankton State Patrol jacket there, the new one. And that's mostly it. Everything else has been the same. I have changed all of the duty belt and radio slots to default, so every uniform will now have the default radio to use there. Alright, but yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy that. Let's go into one of these uniforms here. Alright, so now we are in the ultimate backup menu. I quickly want to run through this. I know it's getting a bit long in the video now. We have local backup, state backup, SWAT, news, fire, EMS, bicycle patrol, the local. We got DePero, we got Rockford, Border Patrol, Coast Guard, Detective, Dirt Bike Patrol, DOA, FIB, Fire Chief, which is a 2-man unit. Unfortunately, I cannot get them to spawn as a solo unit, as I would hope to do so, but there is 2 units. I come in the lifeguard vehicle as a medical unit. Alright, so we got the fire pilot there, got the gang unit, Group 6 security, armored division, and the normal security. Harbor Patrol, IA, lifeguard, which is of course a medical unit. Arthur Security, National Guard, News, PIA, SCP, Park Ranger, the lifeguard. Now the default Park Rangers are listed under local backup, so if you're in the wilderness, they will come out there. Riot Police, SHP, CVE, Commercial Vehicle Enforcement, with the Commercial Vehicle Enforcement Canine, Detective. Of course, we got the Gang Task Force, Riot Police, SWAT, St. John's Medical Services, Bike Police Support Authority, Supervisor, First Responder, Fire, and Medic, same as the Fire and EMS units. Air Ambulance, Air SWAT Backup, Air SHP, SWAT Backup, Sand Fire Wildlands, U.S. Marshals Service. Alright, so I'm not going to call every single unit because that is going to take me forever to do, but you did see some of the uniforms in the duty selection menu. You can go to the EUP menu here. If you do use that, you can go to wardrobe and check out all of the configured files in there to see what each uniform looks like. If you want to change them, you can go to the reference XML folder and check that out as well. So again, thank you all so much for watching. This is going to wrap up the tutorial guide. I'm sorry if it was a bit long. I had to take some breaks here and there to fix a few things and to take a few phone calls in between, so I do apologiise for the jump cuts. But again, hope you all did find this update of EUP 9.3 Law and Order and 1.5 Serve and Rescue useful, as well as, of course, San Andreas Ultimate Backup EUP, the Complete Edition 5.1. Alright, so again, there is the normal version, snow and rain, and then on top of those, you also got the Blank County Sheriff's Office configurations for the vintage Sheriff's Office for the BCSO. So again, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you did enjoy it. Be sure to stick around in the future for the trailer video that's going to be coming very, very soon. Hopefully we can get most of those units in one video for a quick trailer. I don't know how long it's going to be. My last trailer video was like 10 or 15 minutes long. It was so long. because there's just so many units. But hopefully you guys do enjoy the tutorial guide. Hopefully it does work for you. If you have any questions, feel free to join my Discord community server. I do have GTA support in there for you guys who might need it. Alright, so again, thank you all so much for watching. If you have enjoyed this tutorial, please be sure to drop a like on it to help support it. Comment down below for any feedback or suggestions that you guys may have for me or for the mod. If you're new to my YouTube channel, if you did enjoy it, the content, and want to see more, of course, feel free to subscribe. It's absolutely free. Doesn't cost you anything. Alright, so thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for your support. And I hope you enjoyed the new updates. And thank you all so much for watching. Alright, so again, hope you did enjoy it. And I'll see you all next time. Peace.